All right. Dude, Metal Summoners, we're right back at you guys. Thank you for so much. You tuned in to the beginning of Rockin' Pod when we were talking to Jasmine, but we are right now rocking out with Dixie Dragster. We've got Dixie, we've got Aaron. First and foremost, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Welcome to the Metal Summit. And how's Rockin' Pod treating you guys so far?
Great, boys. Thank you for having us.
Thank you, man.
So happy to be here, having a blast here at the Rockin' Pod.
Yeah. Absolutely, for sure. So for the Metal Summoners that are watching right now, as well as fans that are now getting curious and want to know, talk to us a little bit about Dixie Dragster. How did you guys get involved? And for people that are going to see you live, what do they expect? What can they expect in your show?
I mean, I would definitely, if you're coming to a Dixie Dragster show, expect, the unexpected. You never know. We may sling out off the stage at you. We may dive in the crowd. We may toss you a guitar. You may be pulled up on stage. You may be singing. You may be ripping the guitar. Who knows what's going to happen? Like, you may be drinking on stage with us, backstage with us, hanging out with us. It just really depends. Every time we have a concert, it's always like a fun event, and everyone just has full reign to do whatever they want, and it's great.
Absolutely. What were some of your guys' inspirations in putting the band together? Like, both stylistic, like the music you wanted to play, and also your stage look. Like, I'm a firm believer. I'm also a very old school, like old cat, old head when it comes to like what I like to see in the band that I'm watching. And I like a presentation. Yeah. You guys definitely have a presentation.
Well, I mean, it's like if you buy. I think Mick Jagger said it best. It's like when you buy a record, that's how the band wants you to hear it. It's gonna be pretty. It's gonna sound, different. But when you come to a show, that's whatever the band's mood is for that day. So it's a very tangible experience. You never know what's, gonna happen. But yeah, I kind of like to do it like that. Our set influences, that kind of brought us together. We just wanted to play like rock and roll that was just fun. That was like, that was inclusive. Just like grab people and be a part of it, not just like, go listening, like type of thing. It's more of a go get involved, Go get some skin in the game, So yeah, we bonded over bands, a lot of blues stuff. Me and Aaron, we write a lot of the songs together, so we kind of have a core, 12-bar blues at heart, typically always. There's a lot of glam influences. Just rock and roll though, that's the big drive. It's just to bring a rock and roll experience that we would want to go see ourselves to the people.
Right on, man. Angel?
Man, I can't thank you enough. I mean, look, what I love about you guys is the rock and roll world. I'm glad that rock and roll is back to what it's supposed to be, which is fun, not boring, singing songs about daddy didn't give you attention and all that crap.
Damn straight.
So, thank you guys for sticking to that rock and roll thing. What can people expect this year as far as shows, putting out any music?
Yeah, so we just put out a live record recently. Yeah, Dixie Dragster Comes Alive. So we put that record out. We recorded that a year ago, probably about that time. But so we've been in the meantime, we've been actually recording a whole new full-length record, and that's what we've been putting our time and effort into doing. We're writing all new songs. And recording, and it sounds really great. We're really excited where it's going. But for show-wise, we've been gearing up. We're playing out in Wisconsin, right? The Rock Fest, yeah.
July 19th.
July 19th, yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, we did a couple of shows sprinkled in, like here recently, just some local stuff. But we've been really honing in on this next record and kind of gearing up for this festival show. It's going to be pretty big. We're excited.
I mean, we're from the East Coast, and one thing that we kind of get from being in places like Nashville is that people love fucking rock and roll music. I mean, even here, it's just freaking awesome to see. So what is it about the Midwest that people just go crazy for rock music?
I don't know. Well, see, I grew up here in Nashville, so I've always been surrounded by music. So maybe, up there they don't have as much music attainable. So anything that just, they want to bring it to them. They're over sitting there sick of waiting, so they just want to get it all and bring it right to them. So that's.
So you grew up here, and I'm just curious to ask because I was looking at a website that I was looking for where they had the bull riding thing, and I seen that they kind of have music from 10 a.m. Somebody will play a set from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever gone out at 10 a.m. just to like hear
Oh yeah,
music.
I used to play them growing up here. Yeah, so I used to do those all the time. It's like a 4-hour, sometimes it's a 4-hour, 6-hour gig. There's the 2-hour slots. There's 4-hour slots, and you get 6 hours. I've done like 2 6-hours back to back. You know, like 45 minutes. You know, in between or whatever. Like that's just kind of how it goes. And that's how when you're young here. See, like it's great. You know, for people that aren't from here, it's a great spot for them to come and network and all that stuff. I grew up here. That's just like we're breaking some of my teeth off, just because I used to be a drummer. You know, playing shops, doing that. So yeah,
we get that a lot, man. Drummers that then become front people. We get that a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I was a frontman drummer for a long time. I just kind of thought I was writing some songs. It's like, why don't I just take a step out from the kid? You know?
Yeah.
Again, I'm just curious to ask. I'm sorry. Just like I said, I'm not from here,
No, you're good.
but I just admire the fact that you can hear music at 10 a.m. When you're doing those shows from 10 to 2, what are you doing in that 4-hour period?
Say it again, like
No, what? Like, what are you like? Are you doing like a 1-hour set, then taking a break?
Oh no, you're just song after song after song.
You're playing for 4 hours.
And typically, you want to surround yourself with other musicians that can play something else, so that to have a bathroom break if needed. Because like a lot of times people will be drinking, and then like when you're making money, people are bringing tequila shots, and then all of a sudden you're 3 hours in, and you got pee, and you're playing the drums, and all of a sudden it's like, all right, we're gonna let Dixie take a break, real quick, and then so. Singer will get on the drums, or the guitar player will get on the drums. Someone and they'll switch, and then someone will get on bass. And it's musical chairs. You know what I mean? If you're gonna play that game, you gotta play something else other than your own instrument.
That's true.
Solos. I was just curious because this is our third time coming to Nashville, and I'm always curious. I was like, wow, they played from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Yeah.
I was just amazed by it.
Well, it's almost 24 hours if you really think about it. Like
Yeah.
you really have like a couple of hour window for just like the street cleaners to like come and spray it all down.
I mean, dude, across the street from our hotel is 3 restaurants all next to each other that all had live music. When we went out for dinner on Thursday night, which was like a normal time, it was like 6 or something, and like it was we were at this place Scoreboards, which is right next to this place that I'm forgetting, and then it had the Cooters, General Lee.
You guys are at Opryland, no, right?
Opryland, that's exactly where we are. Yeah. And it was it was live music and it was live music and Scoreboards. Then we were walking. It was a unique experience. Look, for what it's worth, they treated us good. The food was really good and everybody was cool. I would have liked a little less insult coming from the guy who was performing towards the crowd, and a little bit more enjoy yourself for the people that are there.
Or was it the karaoke in the back?
No, it was a real show. It was a guy and his band.
You'll see even the karaoke you get heckled like people doing karaoke too. I remember I went there one time, and I was feeling great, and I was up there and there was someone doing Crazy Bitch. Chuck Berry.
The other way around.
Oh wait, that is the other way around.
Yep.
Oh, wow, didn't even realize that. All right. So she was singing that, and she was yelling. She's like, "Y'all, a bunch of." I don't know if we can cuss on this, but
absolutely you can.
Y'all are a bunch of fuckheads. Y'all need to sing your ass off. And then then some guy was like, "Hey baby," and he gets up there and starts singing with her, and it's like it's Crazy Bitch, but it kind of turns into this island in the stream kind of vibe, and then they start making out, and it's just the place is wild, and the people are just I don't know.
You should got a Patreon page.
Yeah, Scoreboard's nuts, and you guys are like your hotel's right next to it.
Right next to it.
And then you got Cooters on the other side.
Natural Palace.
Natural Palace.
That's a good spot.
See,
that was the place.
That's
the place attached to
place
Cooters.
is great.
That place is great.
All right.
Natural Palace is cool. Go get a fried bologna sandwich. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's special.
Hey, for sure. No, and it was just kind of funny because, look, you're not gonna break me or Angel or whatever. I was like, dude, we can give it as hard as we can get it.
Yeah.
But it's still kind of weird when, look, again, this is early afternoon. It's more of a chill, early dinner crowd. People are just kind of kicking it. And you had this acoustic guy, but also had a plugged-in band that would come on and off the stage, just kind of getting fresh. And it's like, look, dude, I'm not sensitive, but I can already tell the people and the vibe of who you're playing to, and you're the talent.
Yeah.
So you need to rethink
There's an art
how
form
you're
to it,
speaking
yeah.
on stage.
There's an art to belittle
Because
a crowd.
you're
There's
not
an
gonna,
art form to it.
you're
You gotta
not,
do it eloquently.
yeah, exactly. You're not likely gonna say anything that's gonna chase me out, except for certain topics I don't want to deal with or hear about. But I'm not sensitive to things. But I'm watching this guy like kind of getting fresh with the crowd, and I'm like, no, dude, like it doesn't work that way.
It's a nah, dog. It's a
Yeah.
no for me, dog.
No, for sure.
I definitely want to ask, as the new record, is there a timeline when it'll be put out? When you expect the first single? How are the songs coming along so far?
I don't know. What do we want to tell the people? I would say we got how many
As much
songs
as you
we
can
got
possibly
so far?
say.
Probably 7 or 8. Yeah.
So yeah, we're probably put out what? I don't know. We talked about doing 12, we talked about 24. You know what I mean? Like so, right now we got like 8 songs, and so we're just kind of piling them up because we kind of just want to hit people with like all the forms of rock and roll. You know, because like you need a song for every different type of mood, and that's kind of like what we do. And like it's like bands like Kiss, you know, it's like they can kind of take you out of your world, put you in another world. And so we're trying to kind of do that, and so they often tell like a message within every song that everyone kind of gets behind. So we're just having a lot of fun by doing everything that we want to do. So right now we've got songs that like are straightforward, just like rock and roll. We have some glam songs. We have some kind of even some like kind of like little poppier kind of like songs like even for us that we were just having fun with. And then lately we got some darker stuff too.
Nice.
So we want to kind of put that together. So we kind of want to put together all the moods that is Dixie Dragster on a record for our first full length, you know, record.
I've got 2 more questions. One,
Yeah.
when you guys come back on the show, when the record's done to promote, definitely love to have you guys back.
Yeah, for sure. We would love to do that.
And my next question.
Think about it. When it comes to Nashville being as eclectic as it is for with music around you guys, how did rock get you and country didn't?
Well, you want to take this? Or you want me to take it?
I mean, it's a subjective question,
I mean,
you know.
yeah, honestly, I grew up and I was into stuff like Zorro and Kiss and superheroes and all like wrestling was huge for me. I'm a big wrestling fan, as I can tell that you are too. Yeah, let's get that a shot. You gotta have the brood right here.
Yes.
So I was always into like that kind of like theatrical like performance of just art, and so naturally rock and roll, you know, it just was a natural. Because I was looking at country. I've grown up in the country scene, you know, Dolly Parton, you know, just watering her flowers, you know, like just hanging out with George Jones, you know, like sitting in what's his name, the Gambler, Kenny Rogers, slap, like he was a whatever. So many stories. Country is always around, so I just kind of gravitated to rock and roll because it was theatrical and it was fun and it just kind of seemed best fit for what I was into.
Sure.
And so that's how I can speak for me. That's how.
Yeah.
I mean, rock and roll for me, it was just makes you feel like fighting or fucking. And if you're not doing either one of those with your life, are you having fun? Are you doing anything? So I mean, it's just the aggression.
Fighting, fucking,
I mean,
drinking.
don't get me wrong, I love country.
Yeah, there's a lot of influence as well.
Absolutely.
So I mean, it's just blending it all together.
Yeah.
Love all kinds of music.
Hell, man.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, because even with
The old
even with
snapper.
oh yeah, because even with Nashville, especially over the last 15 years, getting very rock infused with like John Corabi living here, Tom Kiefer living here, Billy Sheehan, so on and so forth, Mick Mars. It's like it still has that. People still think country for Nashville first, but rightfully so. When you've got way more years of just country influence. I mean, back when I was a kid, you literally had TNN on TV, the Nashville Network, which was very specific to that kind of style and whatnot. So that was one of the things I think are kind of interesting, especially when you've got bands that grow up here and cut their teeth here with how they ended up on one side of the coin versus the other. Did you think of your
You
question?
guys kind of road test any songs live to see how?
It's like some shows before the festival.
Yeah, like you guys
Well, like
ever-
before the album coming out, like testing out songs on a live
We
crowd.
kind of have actually. We've been very sneaky. We've actually done that. We did which one we did? I guess we did Cadillac. We did a song called White Cadillac. It's really cool. It actually has a little. So it's actually. I sat down and was trying to write a country song, and and it turned out to be a glam rock and roll song, but it's got like there's a country influence on it. It's just like that whole like a Nashville kind of vibe, with a little glitter sprinkle on top. And then what else did we play? Sunday Lover, yeah, it was a little more poppy kind of for us. I don't know how we would explain it, but kind of like the Colt.
Sure.
Yeah, it was kind of like a little more kind of poppy kind of step to the side for us. But a lot of fun to play.
Oh, right on. Absolutely. Well, again, Dixie, Aaron, thank you so much, man. We don't want to hold you up from your other interviews. And the most thing that's important for me and Angel is that you enjoyed yourself. You had a good time. You felt this was beneficial to the success of your band, and that, you felt respected. And we'd love to have you guys back on.
We appreciate you all having us on, and we'd love you back. You're being on.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of Rockin' Pod, and we'll talk in a little bit as well. Thank you so much, Metal Summoners. We'll see you guys in a little, very, very shortly with Lilami.
Love her.
You got to plug in your phone. It went to low power.